Hey guys, welcome to this video. I talk about the static electricity. This is our new topic. So let's start the concept of static electricity. Uh, Static electricity refers to the accumulation of electric charges on the surface of an object. So any object can accumulate a certain kind of electric charges on it. Now these charges are in a stationary phase or state. This means that these charges are at rest. Now, the study of electric charges at rest or the study of electric charges that are in a stationary state is known as electrostatics. It studies about the charges at a stationary state. This is the types of charges. Since we've seen that the bodies in rest can have kind of charge. Now let's see the main types of charges. So basically there are two types of charges, the positive charges and the negative charges. The positive charges, these are the protons in nature and they originate from the nucleus of an atom. And a positive charge is represented by a plus sign. The negative charges, these are electrons in nature and they move around the nucleus of an atom in shells. Electrons are lighter compared to protons. Now, electron charge is represented by the negative sign. You have to note that charging that is can be notified within objects. Charging, this is the process of electrifying a body. A positively charged body, you have to know that it carries a positive charge, and a negative charged body carries a negative charge. I see the fundamental of static electricity. The fundamental of electrostatic charges state that like charges repel to each other, while the unlike charges attract to each other. This means that a positive charge will attract a negative charge, but two positive charges or two negative charges cannot attract, rather repel to each other. So as you can see in the illustration that the positive and the negative charge, these unlike charges, they attract to each other, while the two uh, likely charges repel, as you can see in the illustration. Let's see the charging bodies using different methods. In order to understand the process of charging, which we have already discussed, this meaning that is the electrifying of a body, we have to understand that the structure of bodies or things. Now, all bodies are made up of extremely small, indestructible bits of matter that are called atoms. An atom consists of a nucleus surrounded by electrons, and the electron consists of protons and the neuron. The protons are the positively charged, while the electrons are the negatively charged, and the neutrons are the neutral in nature. Now, the whole atom is electrically neutral because it contain equal number of protons and electrons. Now, let's see the various methods of charging bodies. Now, the following are methods of charging bodies. The first one is rubbing, second one is induction, the last one is contact. Starting with the first one, that is charging by rubbing. Uh, Charging by rubbing occurs when two different insulating materials rub the electrons get transferred from one body to another. So basically, that's what is known as charging by friction. Now, for example, maybe a polythene rod rubbed with a foul becomes negatively charged. Since rubbing results in the transfer of electrons from foul to the polythene rod. Now, foul becomes positively charged because some of its electrons are transferred to the polythene rod. The polythene gains excess electrons and hence it becomes negatively charged. You have to note that in the only electrons in matter which can be transferred by rubbing. Let's see the second method, that is charging by induction. Induction charging, this is the charging method that charges an object without touching the object to another charged body. Now the charged The charging by induction process is where the charged particle is held near the uncharged conductive material that is grounded on a neutral charged material. Now, only conductors are the ones that can be charged by induction process. We have seen there are various conductors. Now, the process relies on the fact that a charged object can force or induce the movement of electrons about the material being charged. The object being charged ends up with a charge which is the opposite of the object being used to charge it. Let's see the last method of charging, that is charging by contact. Now, the process of giving one object a net electric charge by placing it in a contact with another object that is already charged is known as a charging by contact. For example, maybe a charged board, example, positively charged metal can is brought in contact with the uncharged body, that is B. Now, when in contact, the negative charges from the uncharged body are attracted by the positive charges of the metal can. Now, finally, the body B will remain with the net positive charge, and therefore body B has been charged with the positive charges. As you can see in the illustration, that is, there is a body A that is positive, and a body B that is charged. Now, during contact, the negative charges they are shifting to a body A, so that results in the charging of body A after the contact. So that's all for this video. I hope it's clear. We've talked on the concept of static electricity. We've seen that the fundamental role of electrostatic, and we'll further discuss the methods of charging bodies. See you in the next video.